We have presentation of Bill. Lisa Smart.
Statutory adoption pay report on extension to the self-employed bill.
Second reading what day?
Friday the 7th of March 2025.
Friday the 7th of March 2025. We now come on to the 10-minute rule motion. Will Stone.
Yeah. Madam Deputy Speaker, I beg to move that leave be given to bring in a bill to provide unlicensed drivers who have never held a valid driver licence and who cause death of another person by driving commits the offence of careless driving under Section 3 of the Road Safety Act 1988 and for connected purposes. I want to thank the honourable members for being here to listen to the Harry Parker Bill. But before I speak on the aim of the bill, I would like to give some context on what has brought me here to bring forward the Harry Parker Bill to this House. This is not just a policy matter, it is about justice, accountability and preventing future tragedies. Who was Harry? What happened to him? And how can we change the law to prevent anyone from going from what his parents, Adam and Kelly, who sit in the gallery, have gone through? Harry was a 14-year-old boy. He loved football, taking home a trophy or two in his time. Those who knew him said he was a very popular, a charming young man. To his parents, he was their world. Adam said he had the biggest heart, he loved to make people laugh, and he could light up a room just through his presence. However, on the 25th of November 2022, the unspeakable happened. An event that truly rocked our community. Harry was struck by a car outside of his school, which sadly resulted in his death. This in itself is a tragedy, a young 14-year-old boy with his whole life ahead of him. I ask the House to join me in expressing our deepest condolences to the family and to recognise them and their remarkable strength in facing this unimaginable loss. Losing Harry was tragic enough, but what followed made it even worse. The person who struck Harry was driving without a licence, without insurance, and failed to stop at the scene. Given these circumstances, one might assume that justice would be served and that individual would face serious criminal charges. Yet in November 2024, all charges would be dropped. Let me be absolutely clear, this is not an attack on the Crown Prosecution Service or the police. They followed the law as it currently stands, but that is precisely the problem. The law in its current form is failing. We must ask ourselves, how can it be a person can drive illegally, take a life, and yet face no legal consequences? How can it be that knowingly operating a vehicle without a licence is automatically deemed as careless or dangerous driving? The answer is simple. Our system is flawed. A person who does not hold a valid licence has no business being behind the wheel of a car, and when they do so, they put lives at risk. Madam Deputy Speaker, I cannot bring back Harry, nor can I give Adam or Kelly the justice that they deserve. No legislation, no speech, no court ruling will ever be able to ease their pain. But what we can do, what we must do, is ensure that no other family has to endure what they have been through. The Harry Parker Bill seeks to close the dangerous gaps in our legal system and impose real-world consequences on those who choose to drive without a licence. Those who choose to drive without a valid licence will be deemed careless. Madam Deputy Speaker, I urge this House will join me in honouring Harry's memory with not just words, but with action. Let us commit to making our roads safer for all. I urge the government to consider this bill in their road safety strategy. Thank you all.
The question is that the honourable member have leave to bring in the bill. As many of that opinion say aye. And many of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
Of the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Who will prepare and bring in the bill?
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Bayo Alaba, Dan Aldridge, Alex McIntyre, Luke Meyer, Chris Vince, Alex Bollinger, Tom Hayes, Henry Tufnell, Ros Savage, Deirdre Costigan, Frank McNally, and myself, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Will Stone.
Road Traffic Unlicensed Drivers Bill.
Second reading what day?
June 14th, Madam Deputy Speaker,
June-
2025.
14th of June, 2025.
Oh, sorry, 13th, Madam Deputy Speaker, that's a Saturday, sorry.
Second reading what day?
13th of June, 2025, Madam Deputy Speaker.
13th of June, 2025. Well done, well done.